Boot camp. Today we're going to talk about optimizing operations. I'm George Sterling. You can check me out further at sterlingbusinesscoaching.com. I'd like to thank our program sponsor. Number one is that processes should be so well written that any employee can learn new tasks with little or no support from management. This is a prerequisite to the 3 S's. Everything needs to be plug and play. Everything should be so well automated with software and documents and checklists, standard operated procedures, and a step-by-step with a video or, well, any employee needs to be able to learn with little or no support. And besides that, you, from time to time, need to move employees around a little bit. That makes you more sustainable, more scalable, and the more valuable your business will be. Bottlenecks are a real problem. People can also be a significant bottleneck in your company. I actually had an employee I was afraid to confront or reprimand. She had built 2 huge knowledge silos. One from my half of the business, which was production and sales, and the other half from Loretta's side, which was management, scheduling, and accounting. And she put that on top of her own job silo and made it 3. She worked a lot of overtime. She had so much to do, and she had so much that no one else knew how to do. She grew into the job. We had no process management. The rest of the employees were upset that we didn't have room in the budget for them to get overtime because she got all of it. It was a real problem on more fronts than you can imagine. This is why you need to have an optimized company. Employee dependence creates an unhealthy employee management relationship. It turns the relationship upside down so that you feel like you're the employee because they have so much control over you or a critical aspect of your business. But worse, it's a job trap for them. Escape is the only way for them to get out of the job trap. They're so valuable. For example, this manager I had, she was so valuable to me in what she was doing that I couldn't promote her. I had an open spot for a promotion. I couldn't give it to her because she had to stay in that job. She was the only one who could do it. So what happened? She quit. She found a job somewhere else. This created a huge black hole in my company. I did find somebody to replace them, but I had to do all of the training, and I had to learn as I was going too because there was so much new to the job. There was no documentation. So this new person, after about 6 months, just about had things settled down. He quit, and it prevented me from growing because I was stuck in that position and doing mine at the same time again and training again. So you need to know what your staff knows. And if you don't know what they know, you need to have a place to go where you can find out what they know. Systemize and standardize every process. This is what the big boys do. You don't want to have a growing and slowing pains in your company. Here's the bumpy road. We have profit against phase or time. So when you start up, you have very few expenses. You have no profit whatsoever. You have an idea. In phase 1, you find your secret sauce. You find out what makes your company tick, and you get things going. And then you get so busy you have to hire someone. Without process management and documentation, you have to train everybody right from the very beginning. Some people get it, some people don't. So you go through a hire fire stage. The easiest way to organize your team is into process teams. Manage Hub software is very valuable for this. Your employees will improve on their own, and it makes every employee a manager. You become the mentor. You oversee what's going on. It creates a positive company culture where everybody must actively participate in the functioning of the company. There's no drones in a company like this. No one comes in to just do the minimal. No one can come in and know too much. Everyone becomes a potential leader in your company, and it increases your positive relationship with them. We're talking about permanent fixes here that result in employee and customer satisfaction, and you'll be happier too. So Here it is in a big picture. You have an idea to make things better. Your team discusses it. You review the project, take some action steps, and you update your process asset library, and the whole process is then allowed to start again. Process teams spreads the effort, speeds the growth. ManageHub is an interactive and positive approach to daily improvement that you manage and oversee. Now you've set in motion a wonderful employee-driven cycle of process teams. And what happens is, if they see something, they say something. This is not a tattletale environment. The negativity that a lot of managers and owners and directors are afraid of doesn't happen because it's all done out in the public, in the open. So there's no room for someone to hide if they make common derogatory comments. And at the same time, you recognize and reward communicating ideas that save money, make money, improve efficiency, quality, consistency, and customer loyalty. Number one, I'm too small to focus on standardizing processes. Doesn't apply to me. I don't have time, or I'm just one person, it's a small business, and it's not relevant to me. Process optimization relates to everyone. It applies to everyone and benefits everyone. This is the secret that the big boys and the big businesses have, ISO and TQM. But what you need to do is take a deep breath and take some small steps. You do a little prioritization. It's a journey anyway. It never ends. So start by identifying a process or two. Maybe it's accounting or something you don't particularly like anyway. Standardize that and get the process going. So then you can delegate that job and task to a new employee as they come on board. For solo guys, you'll have something you can sell a little bit later on down the line, if that's what you want when you're all done with it. But you got to have something in place so that you can sell it for something. We want to make your business more predictable. Currently, 70% of startups fail. Another 20% close without ever selling for a nickel. Business thought has evolved to the point today where there's just no excuse for a business not to adopt best management practices. Managing by gut instinct and seat of the pants just doesn't cut it anymore. I can tell you from experience this is true. I started seat of the pants as a 22-year-old right out of college. Well, I was about that time was my third business. What we want to do is have you imagine your business as a three-legged stool. If you remove one leg, say the management leg, the stool falls over. We're suggesting that management skills and best management practices are instituted in your business at the same time that you institute marketing practices and accounting practices. We want you to be successful. We want you to have the tools that have made the biggest companies so successful. We want to provide it to you in a simple step-by-step on-ramp so that you can have the 3 S's: saleable, scalable, sustainable, and so that you can have fun with your business. So come on in. Join the breakthrough chapter we've started here. My phone number is at the back, or 924-7526. It's for entrepreneurs and business owners who want to optimize and improve their organization.